So we're going to talk about tequila for a little bit. Now, obviously, I like to work within the PMA portfolio of brands. Um, so the tequila that I'm reaching for right now is Tromba. Tromba tequila. There you go. Now, today I'm using the Reposado. There's Blanco, there's Reposado, there's Añejo. So I'm going to give you guys a quick tutorial if you don't know tequila, or if you forgot about tequila, or if you're like, I had a bad experience with tequila. We're going to talk about why. So we're going to start there. Uh, you were probably drinking bad tequila. Okay. Whenever anybody says, I can't drink this anymore because I had an incident, or I call it the gincident, uh, it was probably in your youth. There was probably an inordinate or inappropriate quantity, but it was probably also not good quality spirit. Okay. I've had my experience. Um, Apparently, uh, what was the name of that beer? So red beer, basically Molson X with coloring. It makes me fall and bite my hand. Whole other story. Rickards. Rickards Red. There we go. Um, so we're gonna get back to tequila. Anyway, we won't talk about Rickards Red and biting my hand or raw potatoes or anything like that today. Oh, the aroma coming off this. So when it comes to slancha cocktails, slancha. When it comes to tequila, you've got both Highland and Lowland tequilas, which are going to give you different flavor profiles. Just like Highland and Lowland scotches are going to give you different flavor profiles. You've also got, like I said, Blanco, Reposado, and Añejo. What's the difference in those? We'll deal with that later. Anyway, Blanco is aged from 0 to 59 days. Okay. Typically, it stays in stainless steel. They want it to be clear. Reposado is aged from 60 to 364 days in oak, and Reposado means rested. Okay, and then you get Añejo, which is 1 to 3 years in oak barrels, and then you've got Ultra Añejo or Extra Añejo, which is 3 years and beyond. Now, here's the really cool thing: there is actually a tequila glass. Boom, right? So you can see, and I've shown you the glassware that's behind me. And in that cupboard, I've got whiskey glasses, Scotch nosing glasses. There's a proper cognac glass. I've got glasses for different types of red wine, like Pinot Noir belongs in a certain style of glass, and Cabs belong in a certain shape and style of glass, and Chardonnays belong in another, etc., etc., etc. I learned this way back in the day at the Restaurant Canada show. I actually attended a wine glass tasting with Maximilian Riedel of Riedel wine glasses or Riedel glassware. And he walked us through and we tasted different wines in different glasses, including a red solo cup. And he actually took a $50 bottle of Pinot Noir and we put it in the Pinot Noir glass. It was delicious. You put it in the cab glass and it was You put it in the red solo cup and it tasted like something that came out of a box with a rubber spout. Then we put it back in the Pinot Noir glass and it woke back up. And that just sort of opened my mind as to glassware. The following year, he was back and he did a spirits glass tasting event where we did a single malt scotch and we did a cognac and we did a tequila. And the cognac snifter is dead. And he talked about why and how when you warm the cognac in your hands and then you go to drink, all you're going to get is the fumes in your face and it changes the taste. It changes the experience because you've now heated up the alcohol. You're causing the fumes to rise, and that's what you're going to get first. You're not going to get the flavor. So he designed a proper cognac glass, and we'll get into that next week. I'm going to see if I can line up Mr. Jordan Bushell, who joined us last week, and we can do some cognac stuff. So I have now with me my tequila glass. So it's got a nice long stem. Most times you want a stemmed glass. You don't want your hand touching the actual glass. People that hold their wine glass like this, or they hold their wine glass like this, drive me nuts. Hold your glass by the stem or by the base. Why? Because when you touch the glass, you warm up the glass, and then that changes what's in the glass, whether it's a white wine, a red wine, cognac, whiskey, tequila, whatever. So I'm going to take this beautiful rested Tromba tequila, pour myself a wee nip. No, Pop. Actually, Jose doesn't do a worm. The worm is the old mezcal. So there's mezcal and there's mezcal. Mezcal is the cousin of tequila. It's got a smokier note based on how they roast and process the agave. Mezcal has the worm. Um, I don't recommend it, but really good tequilas are just delicious, delicious spirits. And how do you know? You want one that says 100% Blue Weber agave. That's what makes a good tequila. 100% Blue Weber agave. Hey, bud, how you doing? So, what's going to happen with this glass is as I tilt it, I'm going to get a nice thin stream, and you'll note there's no round edge to this glass. It's got a nice fine edge. Your wine glass should. If you've got a glass that has that big round lip on it, no, because what's going to happen is the liquid's going to go whoop and drop onto the wrong part of your palate. This is going to cause the right amount of spirit to hit the right part of my palate to get the best flavor experience from it. So, cheers. Oh yeah. You get some nice green pepper, a little bit of white pepper, some coriander, a little bit of vanilla from the barrel that it was in contact with. Um, that is delicious. And again, a good spirit should not burn. It should only gently warm. Okay, I'm getting a nice gentle warmth right here. It feels so good. Anyway, that's drinking tequila out of a tequila glass, and we can talk more about glassware. I know I've talked about it in the past, but we can always touch base. If you have questions, hit me up, send me a DM, email me at email@pmacanada.com. Shoot me a message any way you know how to get a hold of me, and I'm happy to talk to you about glassware, spirits, flavors, cocktails. And I'd like to put it out to you guys. I'd like you to challenge me. So please send me ingredients you want to see me work with in cocktails, either today or for Fridays. And I will happily do it up, whether it's bacon, whether it's blueberries, whether it's mushrooms, whether it's whatever. I draw the line at organs, though. So just, okay. So within reason, herbs, spices, fruits, things like that, let me know. Happy to work with them. Raw potatoes. Y'all know I love me a good raw potato. All right, so now we're gonna make a cocktail. So I went back to that funny espresso in my head, and I said, okay, I don't know what they're doing. My neighbors are crazy. They hammer and bang at weird hours, and now that's drilling into concrete or something. I don't know. It's just bizarre. Anyway, enough about them. I don't want to give them the airtime. So, like I said, I went back to this funny espresso, and of course, you've seen me with the espresso martini. And I'm like, okay, how can we do that and play with it and make it a little bit more unique, a little bit more summertimey, a little bit more fun? Miss Foster, how you doing, boss? Hope all is well with you at home. Um, no, Dad, I'm not doing liver in a cocktail, okay? No, no. Chocolate, cinnamon, or ice cream. Okay, great. I love the comments, but throw them to me in a DM because I'll probably forget. But I'll definitely use those ingredients in cocktails coming up, even though I've used them in the past. The other one, Dad, is beets. Don't even go there. Okay, you know me and beets. Just it's not gonna happen. All right. Anyway, to the cocktail. I'm gonna start with an ounce of my Tia Maria cold brew coffee liqueur, which, to recap, just Jamaican rum, 100% cold brew Arabica coffee, and pure Madagascar vanilla. Next, I'm going to go to my tequila. So I've got my Tromba Reposado here. Oh, cheers. I'm going to go with 1 ounce of that. And this is where we're going to have a little fun. All right. Next, I'm going to grab 1 ounce of espresso. Now, I brewed this espresso a little bit while ago. It's already gone cold. Now for the fun stuff, which I left in the fridge. I didn't forget. I just left it in the fridge to keep it fresh. Hang on a second. La, 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 la. All right. This is an herb keeper. If you don't have one, I highly recommend grabbing one. Whoop. We'll get to that noise in a minute. Explain what it was. This helps keep your herbs fresher a little bit longer. So in here I've got some mint. This mint has been in here for about a week and it's still nice and fresh. I'm just waiting for the outside mint to grow in. It's still just a little too small for picking just yet. All right, so I got a nice handful of mint and just gonna, there we go, crush that up and throw it in. Like I said, we like to slap our mint, spank it. Just wakes up those oils, boom. Now let's get summertimey. All right, this is like a cooking show over here, but I don't have all the cameras. I need more cameras. Next up, strawberries. And you're like, what? Dude, you're crazy. No, strawberries and coffee go fantastically together. Okay? Just trust. All right, so I've got my knife here, and we're just gonna quickly chop up roughly a couple of strawberries. Boom. All right, now we're gonna talk about that big bang noise. It was my muddler. Bigger, blacker muddler. If you know what that is, you know. And shame on you. All right, so I'm gonna muddle up my strawberries here. These are gonna add a nice fruity note, which will play very well with the vanilla and the tequila. I mean, come on. I'm sure some of you out there, well, have had a strawberry margarita in their day. There we go. So I've got those muddled up. They're gonna impart some really nice freshness in there. All right, let's throw one more in. Why not? Just give it a quick smash. All right, there we go. Set that aside, and then I'm gonna add just a quick squeech. We've talked about squeech and how to measure a squeech, right? It's 2/3 of a half tablespoon. There we go. Just a little squeech of lemon for brightness and acidity to balance it off. All right, I got my ice. So we've got tequila, mint, lemon, strawberries, coffee, Tia Maria. What's going on? Just a few? You're having one right now, aren't you? I know you. No, I'm just kidding. All right, that's my workout for the day. All right, so we're going to strain this off into a glass full of ice cubes. So add my ice to a glass, and remember, you want your glass full of ice. You don't want just like a couple of cubes in there. They're going to melt quicker. They're going to over dilute your cocktail, and it's going to weaken it. It's just not going to be as fun. Now I'm going to double strain this one, right? So I've got my regular Hawthorne strainer. I've got my fine strainer. Why? 2 reasons. Strawberry pits and chunks of mint, really, right? We don't want those in our cocktail. They're just going to get in the way. You know, take a sip and then you're going to have like mint in your face. You're like, no. And it's going to actually affect your palate, and it's going to affect the way you enjoy the rest of that cocktail afterwards. All right, there we go. And then obviously, every cocktail has to have a garnish. So we're just going to let's grab that one. That one's prettier. Yes, I judge based on appearance for my cocktail garnish. There we go. Cheers. Nice, bright, summery coffee, tequila, Tia Maria. Oh, yeah. Sitting out on my terrace in the sunshine, this is going to become quite dangerous. Again, the strawberry and the mint tie into the tequila beautifully. The coffee and the Tia Maria, great. That acidity of the lemon brightens up that berry, obviously works well with tequila and coffee. Fantastic pairing. This is a killer cocktail. Don't worry, I'll post the ratios and the recipe in the comments section of the video once I get it up there. It'll also be on my YouTube channel. Whew. I have one other thing I'm going to show you guys. Again, I left it in the fridge to keep it cold. So you saw me a few weeks ago mention the Di Serono Fizz and how, on a Fizz Friday, and how there's the Di Serono Fizz RTD, ready to drink, those canned cocktails coming. Guess what? Spoiler alert. What? The Tia Maria Iced Coffee Frappe. Now, can I tell you when this is coming? No. We have no definite landing date. Well, if all you have at home is Kahlua Elizabeth, I suggest you run to the liquor store. No. I need to send you that package so we can definitely fix that. Definitely we need to fix that. And then I want you to taste them side by side and tell me which one you like better. And I'm willing to bet you a nice prize pack. I know what your answer is going to be. All right, let's give this cocktail, this RTD a try. Now, I've only got a couple here, so This is, like I said, just a spoiler. Tasty. Tasty. So I'm gonna pour it out. Ooh, it's creamy. It's very dangerous. Very tasty. Very dangerous. That'll be a great summertime crusher, especially I'm thinking like around a barbecue or a bonfire with some marshmallows, or even just sitting on the patio. But honestly, this is going to be my new go-to summer cocktail. Tia Maria Tequila Lemon Mint Strawberry. It's summertime in a glass. I will get you that information. Boom, boom, boom. It doesn't give me a specific amount, okay? But I'll look into that. So Elizabeth was just asking how much sugar is in it. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll look into that and I'll get you the information. Hey Faith, how you doing, love? Thanks for hopping on to Tia Tuesday. I'm just sitting here with my nice new strawberry mint espresso margarita. It's an espresso-rita? I don't know. I got to come up with a name for it. So you all have a fantastic week. I'm going to go sip this cocktail and come up with a name for this deliciousness, and then clean up this mess. And the dog looks like he needs a walk, so I'm going to be going outside shortly once I've had this, and we'll contemplate, and I'll get back to you guys later. So again, I hope to see you. Thanks everybody for joining. I will see you 6 o'clock on Friday for Fizz Friday. Got something fun lined up, and again, I'm hoping to have Mr. Bushel on next week, and we can talk about cognac and some glassware, and we'll do a tasting and something fun then. Until then, everybody, I'll see you later.